is going on, fam and friends? We're here again, day 1017 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show, and we're going to get into it. So grab that popcorn, subscribe, ding that bell, and I'll see you in a minute.
When wind starts blowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way. And I'll keep waiting until we find that day. Yeah, I'll keep saying, I'll keep playing. Whoa, until you meet us one day. Yeah. Time to stop the hate. Stop the hate. Let's stop the hate, hey, yeah. It might be late, but let's stop the hate.
It's Wednesday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking down the
And it's
road,
Renaissance Man.
looking for another way.
I'm here
Ease my mind,
to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1017 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. We're going to get into it, just like we do every single night, fam. So I hope you guys are ready for, I don't know what we're going to do, so subscribe, dingy the belly, because you know if you don't dingy the belly, you won't know when the show's going live. In fact, actually, we have a new thing. Go down below, click the Telegram link, and go over and give us a follow over there. I notify you before there's a premiere and before there is a live every single time. That's my new thing. In fact, I'm just going to click on over here to Telegram real quick, because that's the thing I do now, to inform every person who can get onto Telegram with me that we are live. So, Kitty's going to get this right now. Hey, Kitty, guess what? Sending you a message right now. We are live day 1017 in a row. Zabrowski, give me a minute. Jeez, you're all about the woohoo. I get it, but I'm doing a text here. Trying to inform everybody. We're doing a show, Renaissance Man. You know, you can't get in the way of that. What's that, Joanne? No, write the check now. We're almost at the woohoo. She's like, I didn't get the check together again. Just George Soros back there. Hey, Joanne, we got a good one, a doozy tomorrow. Yeah, we're doing a 5 o'clocker. All about you, Joanne. I feel kind of bad. Gigantocarditis. She's not doing well with the gigantocarditis. Oh, I'm sorry, it's giant carditis. Giganta is the next level up, you know. We just don't want her to get to gargantua carditis. Gargantua carditis is the worst carditis of them all, you know. No, Zabrowski, she's like 3 shades away from gargantua carditis. Yeah, I know. No, I think maybe your woohoos are helping because she's slowing down her growth, the heart growth. I feel bad for Joanne. You know, she's got the extra stress of having a couple caribou a night. 20 minutes, Joanne. 20 minutes. Look, you made your bed. Sleep in it, you know. When you ask for bucks, you're getting Jared's bringing them in 20. Woo! You got to be ready for him. You get a couple extra caribou. I think you're up to 12, 10. You got 10. I told you should start, you know, a Karazoo situation. You know, where now you are the local Karazoo. I mean, everyone's like, I'm going to go to the zoo. And then mom and dad are like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go down to Karazoo instead. Give me a Zabrowsk. We need a woohoo. Woohoo! Yes! That is what I'm talking about, fam. We get a woohoo like that. Zabrowsk, hang out with us for the night, right? I mean, what are you doing? You got to get going? What do you do? We're hanging out. We're going to play some music tonight. You're going to do something funny, I hope. I don't know. Joanne, you didn't write the check yet? She said she's got to pace herself. Gargantua, carditis. You know, Joanne, let's just check real quick. We're going to check on GoFundMe and see how you're doing. Oh, $2.34. You're doing great, Joanne. That's a beat seat applause for you. $2.34. That's just the love giving back for all of the, you know, for all of the breathing you're doing in my ear. Panting, wheezing, filing. Oh, it's just obnoxious, right, guys? I know you can't stand it. I got a message just the other day from Cog. Cog was like, Mark, you got to do something about that friggin' filing noise in the background. What are we doing here? I was like, I know, dude, it's crazy. And then when Christine sent me a message, she was like, if I have to hear Joanne snort one more time in the background while she's trying to catch her breath, it's like a snort / like, you know, gasp. I think actually now I remember she said gasp. Can you please tell Joanne to stop gasping in the background? I was like, I know, Christine, what are we doing? Trish had the best one, though. Trish was like, can you do me a favor and tell Joanne to stop stacking up her freaking doll hair in the background? It's getting disgusting to look at during the show, Mark. I was like, I know, I get it. And I told her to clean it up, you know? And she just doesn't like to. She likes to let it... I think she's pissed off at me because I keep giving her stacks of freaking hair. You deal with it. Doll hair situation. Don't let me start. I'm not bringing, you know, the bucks into the studio. No, we're not going there. You keep those in your domicile. Those are being delivered directly to your house in 17 minutes. They don't come near the studio, you know? You got to drive home later on. Every time you turn that wheel, you know, that's not her. That's her car making the noise. She's got an old 87 Dodge Durango. I didn't make one back then. It was a Yugo. She's driving a Yugo, 87. I feel kind of bad that you got the last, it's the final Yugo on the planet. Nobody else, it's the worst car ever, and you're the last person driving one. And then I go and give you doll hair on a daily. Just kicking you while you're down, right? Look, I'm just letting you know, Joanne, that when you stop the wheezing, you stop the friggin' snorting / like, you know, gasping for air situation, and then piling up the hair right behind me while we're in the middle of the show. Yeah. Those 3 things, if you could stop that, then we're going to be in a pretty good, you know, space at that point. You know, did I tell you the time that Kitty sent me a message on Telegram, which you guys should all follow on Telegram, because then I can send you messages back. We can communicate off air, and I send a little note back and forth, and I pop on the premieres. And so I sent that premiere, and Kitty sent me a personal on Telegram. It was a personal. She said, Mark, I got to be honest with you. I can't stand the filing. Can you please tell Joanne to do her friggin' job off air? I said, I know what you're talking about, Kitty. How many times do I have to scold her mid-show about just, you know, getting the Zabrowski check filled out? And I don't want it as well. You know, I'm with Kitty on this one. I don't want to hear filing
Zabrowski file.
I don't want to hear that mid-show, And Kitty was saying, please, if we could put an end to that. We're trying to enjoy a program here. And when she said that at the end, we're trying to enjoy a program here. That was when it really cemented it home for me, So, Joanne, how about it? What do you think? You listen to the 4 pieces of advice that you're getting here. It's massively helpful for your future. No, I know you don't have a future if you don't, get the gargantua carditis figured out. But, maybe there's a hope, Joanne. Like all the stars will align. Gargantua carditis just, goes down to gigantocarditis, down to giant carditis, down to megacarditis, and then we're all getting close. Guys, we go back to our first, which was, carditis. That's like right above myocarditis is carditis. And when you get back down to the perio, and then when you're like, okay, cool, I'm back. She's got a normal freaking heart again, right? We did a reverse, like gene therapy thing. When she took 94 of them, and that's why she got into this, condition, she just kept being like, give me another booster. She thought it would help. And now look at her. Gargantua carditis situation. But look, I'm holding out hope, Joanne. I'm holding out hope on those stars aligning. You get the reverse course of the giant carditis situation, gargantua. We don't want to get into like megalathon carditis situation. That's like, woohoo. That's when we're close to explosion, and we don't want that in the studio. We've already determined that a exploding Joanne is not good for the, for the future of the Renaissance Man show. We're looking to build positivity here. You know what I mean? We don't want to have an explosive Joanne situation midair. And then all of a sudden we lose the show. We lose Zabrosk. Zabrosk was very clear. It's in his contract. If there's an exploding Joanne situation based on a gargantua carditis situation, I'm out. I signed it. I probably should have fought back on that one and said, look, that's never going to happen. What are the chances, Zabrosk, that I'm going to hire someone named Joanne and that one day she's going to get this thing because of a civid, like biowepa thing, they're like, she falls down double-decker, quadruple-decker. She went back for the sextapelon, whatever the hell they freaking call it. She went out there, 6 of them now, booster upon booster. She went back with the booster and they kept hitting her with one. Like nurse after nurse that were leaving. I don't know what to do with this lady. Another one came in. I think this one needs a Vaxaroo. Boom, bang. That came out. I got it. I think I fixed her. We need you in room 27B. Okay, I'm leaving. She's there lying on the freaking ground like another male nurse walks by. Oh my goodness, this lady looks like she needs a Vaxaboo. Bingity boogity boo. Down in there. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, you got a situation going, you know what I mean? Where you got like 7 or 8 of these bugaboos in gargantua carditis over there, And she's starting to, this is like a metamorphosis. I'm talking about, becoming something that's no longer a human, She's half and half now. I don't even know what the hell it is, but she's kind of like half heart, half human. The heart is so big now, it's a half of her. Used to be like everything's kind of proportional. Not anymore over there. But look, she did it. It's on her, I told her after the first bugaboo incident when I thought she got a double-decker. I was like, look, you went in, right? And you're like, hey, I came in for my bugaboo. And they're like, sit down, ma'am. And she's like, oh, where should I sit? They sit her down. She does the bugaboo, falls over. And then they just don't know how to respond. This doctor's freaking out. Oh my goodness, it's another one of those adverse, It's another one of those adverse. I gotta go and type this into the VAERS system. Let me go. Woo, goes running away. Nurse walking by, doing charts. Oh my goodness, there's a lady. She's freaking out. Quick, give me a bugaboo. Double decker. I thought that's what happened. And it's exactly what happened, And it keeps happening. I feel kind of bad for her because she just reacts that way, starts shaking immediately, falls over. And then they don't know how to respond because the new thing over there is like everything is the civet, you know, like, and if it's not, hit them with a bugaboo. And if they're like, you tell them something else and you're like, oh, I'm going to give you this. This is good for you. It's, this is Tylenol. It's just in, you know, in needle form. Oh, okay, ma'am. Biggity boo, hit you with the bugaboo. Now you're out. You know what I mean? Like you're all of a sudden transhuman to situation, you know. Look, we're not getting much into the detail here, but I would say they're dealing with taking away our rights through changing our DNA situation. What are we talking about? Did I say that out loud? Look, what are we saying here? The truth again? Gosh almighty, that's why we have a Rumble account, by the way. If they ever decide to take this freaking program down, biggity boo, you chooches. I don't really care. YouTube blows anyway. Let's be honest. I've been here for 1,017 days. They don't notify anybody. So that's why I said, hit up the Telegram, because I'll freaking notify you every single day. Tomorrow we got a premiere at 5 p.m. It's a movie. We're doing mini movies here. Yeah, this one's freaking hilarious. It has to do all about Joanne's freaking gigantocarditis. Yeah, that's where we got to these new terms, really, you know. I mean, when you come up with new content, you know, like this, where carditis is just the tail end of something freaking ridiculous, you know, that is where we start, you know, scratching the surface of something new right there, you know. We thought about the idea is... we don't want her to get to, you know, this would be really very, very bad if we got to planet carditis, and more importantly, if we ever got to Affleck carditis, we'd have an issue. Oh, she's walking around with an Affleck carditis situation, largest heart in history. That's it. That is like you're well beyond gigantocarditis when you hit an Affleck carditis. Affleck carditis, they don't even have like a solution to that. That is in the medical journals. We don't know what to do with an Affleck carditis. That's a friggin' planet in your body. You know, when you're dealing with Ben Affleck's ridiculously massive head inside your chest beating, you know, very, very weakly, because now all of a sudden everything in your body is just like trying to stay and push that heart, you know, because it's ridiculously massive now. Affleck, massive. You know, it's not that his ego is massive. It's his freaking head. Have you ever seen that nog? What are we talking? You look at that guy next to a normal human. There's 5 or 6 heads, circumference style. You look at an Affleck, I bet you if you grabbed a tape measure and you pull it around his head, the size of the freaking moon. You know it's right. You know it's the size, at least. Like I grabbed one. You got to grab the one that you have someone stand in the end, and it's on a coil. 5 miles. How are we doing? 2.4 miles. How far are you? To the first ear. Got to the first ear at 2.4 miles. Look. We had to reset at 5, which was basically by like that extra rounded part of the neck back here. 9.3 miles to go around an Affleck head. You know, that was when he was a baby. Now they use him for the Boston Marathon because it's exactly 26.3 miles. He just grew. That head just got bigger and freaking bigger, right? They need crews from different countries to join the production in order to capture every nuance of an Affleck head, you know? I mean, when you're dealing with a nog that large, you know, and then he's up against like some like, you know, gorgeous co-star, you know, and they got to film that all. It's a lot of work. When you have to figure out how to navigate 174 cameras around one actor while you have a single like handheld on the female lead, you know, that is tough. You know, you're just trying to make sure you get him. So when you size it down in post, so it doesn't look so friggin' ridiculous that people walk out of the theater asking for their money back. Oh my goodness, what the freak am I? Oh, I just imagined like someone goes to see an Affleck movie and they forgot to shrink him down in post, you know? And all of a sudden you got Jennifer Garner up there and she's looking all normal on the screen. And right next to her, Bonk's Adventure. Boom. Poor Jennifer Garner. You know, it's times like that, you know, that you have to take stock. You know, what did I get into the film business for? I thought I was going to be manning one camera. I gotta shoot. What are we doing here? The worst was that one shoot where they literally were short-staffed. They're short-staffed on camera. Cameramen, you know, and I don't like to say cameramen yet, 2021. So camera person, camera women, camera men, whatever the frig, okay? Camera operator. They were short on camera operators that day, and Affleck was in town one time only. They needed to film this one specific scene. It was 35 seconds. That's all they needed. It was 35 seconds of Affleck. In order to get this right. 4 days, 3 hours, and 7 minutes to set up all the cameras for a freaking Affleck shoot. Hey, Tommy, what are you shooting? I got his right nostril. You got his right nostril? And did you bring your wide? Dude, I brought my extra wide. You brought your extra wide and all you can get is the right nostril? Yep. All right. Sounds good. What are you shooting? I got his eyelid. I got his right eyelid. So when he blinks, that's me. Can you believe this is how they freaking shoot an Affleck film? Just like copy and paste. Like, let's just shoot 173 cameras. All these angles, paste them together, do like an HDR situation. Then we size it down next to a Jennifer Garner who we just shot with a freaking single. No, Joe Ellen, I don't want to freaking hear a word from you. You know what I mean? Like, you get to shoot the single on Garner? We're here doing the collage situation. You know how hard it is to stitch this together? Affleck situation. I got to get my eyebrow shot to stitch up with Clarence's. Do you know how freaking hard that is? Especially because Clarence didn't bring his super wide today. He just brought a normal wide. You know, Clarence, you got the memo. You got the freaking memo, the text on it too. I sent you a text. Guys, don't forget your freaking super wides for this one. I did I did it in the biggest letters possible, like the Gestapo was in town. I said, Ben Affleck is in town. Do not forget your super wide. You're getting an eyebrow. What's that, Lois? Lois has 3 strands of hair on Affleck. I can't believe this is what I'm doing. 4 years of film school. I worked on Titanic. You know what I mean? Like, I did the Titanic situation. I was down there in like the water rover thing. We down there were picking up like, oh, look at, there's gold. They wouldn't let me take it. But still, I was doing it. No, it wasn't a Miyagi situation. We got rid of Fly Lee yesterday. Don't forget that. But I'm doing it. I did it. Titanic. Now I'm here on a freaking eyelid. She's got the couple strands of hair. Lucas, what do you got? Lucas, you actually got like a part of the smile? Dang it. I always wanted to see doing a part of the smile, see if I can capture like whatever Affleck ate that day. Right? Yeah, right. I mean, like, because he doesn't always floss, right? I mean, like, but he's so big, you're bound to see something there, you know? Also, a smile makes you smile, right? Right, guys? Like, who feels good when they're shooting 3 strands of hair? You know, who feels good when they got the eyebrow? I know. But the smile, you got a tooth, you got just right there, energy's coming. Yeah. Anyway, I did the freaking Titanic, but I'm here now. I'm doing this in Affleck today. God almighty. They can't pay you enough to do an Affleck shoot. We should get paid hazard pay, right? I mean, guys, this many cameras all around each other. This is a danger. I think what we need to do is we need to file a grievance with the labor board committee. Anybody know who to contact? Stanley, you're the president? That's what I'm talking about, Stanley. This is mutiny on a bounty situation, right? Look, I say we all walk out of here and we go catch the 3 o'clock Ben Affleck film and see how the hell they did this. Because when we do a Stitch situation, I still don't know how it works. I want to see one in action. I haven't seen an Affleck film yet. Anybody gotten to see him? Have you seen a film? Toby, you saw one at home? You wouldn't go to the theater? Oh, see it? Yeah, no, I wouldn't either with the see it. I don't want to sit in theater and then look at that massive, ridiculous head and have to stupid mask it. I know, Donnie. I know you got the bugaboo, but it doesn't mean anything. You could get the bugaboo. Still, you could also get the biggie. You know, you get the biggie. That's what I'm going to call it. You get the biggie, and even when you have the bugaboo, and when you share the biggie with all your friends and everybody else, and they're like, but you were bugabooed, double bugabooed. You could be like, yeah, I was double bugabooed, but I got really, really sick. Because it doesn't change a thing. Oh, but they said. Yeah, they've been saying a lot of things, haven't they? Look, guys, we're on an Affleck situation here. And you understand what is really going on. You know, they're talking about, shooting a film for the 5 to 11-year-olds now. Like, what are we talking about? They're going to shoot a film of the 5 to 11-year-olds? Like, there's less than 300 that had an issue last year that didn't make it. More had an issue that didn't make it, when they got, like, the normal shoot. When the normal thing took place, when people were like, oh, I don't feel good for a week, But they want to get them all to do, like, the special shoot now. You know what I mean? And I'm just curious what you guys think about that. Like, knowing that it doesn't work. I don't think, look, you're still sharing it, and then you're still getting sick. When you do that, shoot that way. That's why it's too many cameras. You're dealing with a lot of, right? You didn't have to laugh at that, though, guys. That was not nice. I was being serious. There's a lot of cameras. And when you're dealing with a camera situation, there's lots of radiation, I think we should call it quits. I'm filing a grievance. You guys, we should all do that with Stanley. Stanley will take that grievance to the board, and we will make some changes before we continue. You got to pay us more to do an Affleck situation. That's all I'm saying. Pay me more to do an Affleck situation, and I'll come back. By Mendon. So that's how I guess we intro the show tonight. I have this new thing. I'm going to be dropping our intros on a daily mostly. And so what we just did will be a mini movie in the coming days or week. I don't know. I don't know where we go with these things. What the freak? I was talking about something completely different with Joanne, and then we went on to that with the Affleck carditis. When you've got an Affleck carditis, you've got the world in your hands, in your heart. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's the size of your heart's the size of the world. Oh my goodness. Am I right or am I right? Like you're dealing with something so massive that it has its own force field. Changing the poles just by walking across the planet, doing like a walkabout. She's doing a walkabout. I'm going to Australia and doing a walkabout. She's doing a walkabout because you can't go out. So she's like, I'm doing a freaking walkabout down with the Aborigine. She goes down, walkabout, walks and changes the poles because she hit a certain latitude, longitude situation. Now all of a sudden we're dealing with an ice age. Everybody wants to think it's going to get hotter. It's going to get freaking colder. It's a bunch of BS. Nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I guarantee it's not getting hotter. It's getting colder when it does happen. It's going to be like just like the day after tomorrow. That's as probably real as it's going to get. Just like T2 is a real thing. That's really going to happen one day too. Very soon. Hopefully not, but it will. These freaking people are mental. Playing with fire after you watched T2. You saw Arnold Schwarzenegger say, I'll be back. He went and did his freaking thing. Came back. You know, I mean, I'm dealing with crazy sometimes. Guys, tomorrow we have a premiere. How exciting is that? I like premieres, especially when we put multiple out a day. Bam, biggity boo boo. I gotta play this tune right here. This has been popping around in my head. You know, my buddy asked me to play a Fish tune the other day. I don't know how to play any Fish songs, guys. I don't know Fish. I went to one Fish show, 1999. Going into 1999, and my buddy and I, the kid that was actually here the other night, he and I went in 1998, going into 1999, to see. I saw a little fly. I think Fly Lee maybe is still alive. Maybe I didn't kill Fly Lee. Something's flying around me. 1988 into 1999, MSG. It was, I think, Fish and Dave Matthews, actually. And only Fish show I ever saw in my life. And I remember some of the songs, but I don't remember the two he asked me for. So you know, the way this show goes, if I don't know something, I have to write something. So his ask was, can you play Antelope, Run Like an Antelope? Again, I don't know the tune, so I have to write something called Run Like an Antelope. And guys, honestly, I really dig on this. No, don't do that. I really, really dig on this. Let me know what you think.
Go ahead, live your best life.
But they must have been smarter. They saw you went back, you backtracked, and now they're on your trail. You got to keep going. Run like an antelope.
are lying and low.
Grammarly is your personal writing assistant for clear emails, confident messages, stronger essays, and
An urgent
Alrighty.
message to anyone with type 2
Type 2 diabetes. So, we're going to go a little old school here. This is from my first or second album of the year. I think it's from the first album of the year. This is something Keith, our brother Keith, asked for at the very beginning, and this is a song I didn't know as well. It's called Winds of Change. I don't know the original. I never ever heard the original still to this day. But is there something wrong? Let me see. Someone said they don't hear me while I'm talking. Oh, no, we're good. Okay, so this right here. It's called Winds of Change. I hope you enjoy it. I wrote my own version of whatever the heck the original is. And came up with a really cool tune that occasionally I'll remember to play again. I kind of want to do some of this today. We're going to go through some old tracks and share some things that you didn't even know existed. I forget existed. Just like we did yesterday. I had a lot of fun doing that. Going back and into the time capsule, so to speak. I mean, we're talking about over 1,600 videos here. I can go back for days and just pull stuff. So we're going to start doing more of that. Instead of just always playing the newer stuff, we're going to always play just stuff. I'm going to randomly pull out stuff like this. Let's see if we can get this going here for like a new song. This is going to be Keith's rock out. It's called Winds of Change, right? Sometimes when you least expect it, the world shifts under your feet. You got one move from there. You get up and go. There's the winds of change. Get up and go. Feel the winds of change as they push you down the road. You find who you are, you bring it to the surface. Then you feel the light inside of you shine. It's the winds of change. Wake up, feel the sun on your cheek. Take a deep breath
and fill your soul with life. You got one life, you got one chance, you got one path. And so if you just stand up and go right now, you'll find the way. I know you'll find the way in the winds of change. And the winds of change. Look out, the angels call. Keep your ears open for the sound. It will beckon you to come to life, into life. And if you fade away, I'll miss you. Cause we can't stop the winds of change. Now we can't stop the winds of change. Blowing, your life is changing. Everything you know is all gone. And the winds change. Whoa, 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 Winds of change.
Need a website? Go to Fiverr.com and find a programmer and set.
I'm gonna try to see if I can level up on each one here, okay? I'm pulling out some really, really cool ones as we go. Oh, well, let me see. Giggle said something. Parachute by Guster. You asked me about Guster yesterday. I didn't get a chance to see or listen to any of that yet, but I will tell you this, okay? Parachute. Where did I put my pick? Here we go. Parachute. I told you the way this show goes. If I don't know the song, I have to write a song with the same title. So I have to write something right now called Parachute. First thought I had today is what am I thinking? As I took that lonely drive on down to the airfield, and as I put on my gear, my life flashed before my eyes. But still I'll keep soldiering on, embark on this trip. It's a one-way trip with one way out. Out the side door. There's a long way down till I pull my parachute. Lots of time for me to live out my every moving moment slipping away from me like the cord in my hand as I reach for it to pull it. I need that parachute more than ever before. Keeps me warm when it's cold outside. 20,000 feet to the ground. All I can think about is the warm release of that wind underneath my parachute. There's no other feeling like it, I swear. As my feet touch the ground, I have not a care. Oh, this world could use a parachute of its own to pull the ripcord and save our souls while there's still time. 'Cause I think that parachute's really just a metaphor safety. We all are lacking right now. I don't know. For now, I'm taking that puppy out. So, that's what we do over here, though, right, Giggles? You said something about a parachute, and that I had to write a full song about jumping out of a plane and pulling a parachute. What that experience would be like. I've never done that before, but I don't know. I just pretended like I probably freak out the entire time to the airfield. And I'd be like, I'm not going to make this, maybe. Halloween's coming up, guys. You got to remind me.
Box just got in.
You got to remind me to play I've Still Got More Candy in my candy bowl. That's the song I wrote last Halloween. It's freaking fire. You know what? We're 17 days away, right? This is a great tune that I wrote. It's on the album. I Still Got a Full Candy Bowl is what it's called. And it's like I did this freaking, it's Halloween night and I'm last year. This is mid-flowbid. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's see how much candy do we need? None. Who the freak bought? Why did you buy candy, stupid? I'm not sitting there eating the candy. Yeah. I still got a full candy ball. Where the hell is it? I'm trying to find it. Because it's fire. I just stretch this neck over here. Where's the candy bowl tune, dude? Now that I wanted to play it. I'm going to wind up going in a different direction. Because we have so many cool songs here. All right, this is one I haven't listened to in a very long time, but this is the track that we end our show to every single day. And I think it's important for us to listen to this one because you guys always hear the hook, but you never heard the ghost story that went along with the hook. You know, everything that happens here we write in the moment. So, you know, when something like this comes up or someone asks me to play something, I just kind of create a story. The story becomes like almost something that, like I said, I just see myself in there in a way. And check this one out. This is really cool ending to our show. I don't have the lyrics at the bottom, so just try to listen in.
Rain came falling down. I kept my space underground. No one calling now. I can be alone, yeah. I'm hiding all alone. Don't you come near me, yeah. Oh. Hiding under a tree, under the bed, back room now, and I'm hiding in the shed, and I'm where did he go? I don't know. Gonna find a way, he's gonna find a different go away right now. You got to go away. Go away right now. You got to go away. Don't you come near me. Open my eyes. I see the ghost of a man there. I wonder if I'm deceiving my mind. Maybe I'm still sleeping. No, it's the real thing. Got a ghost standing in front of me. Yeah, and I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna hide inside. Gonna ride and get underneath the tree. Going where I can see everything coming after me. Go away right now. You gotta go away, yeah, go away right now. You got to go away, go away. Don't tell me there ain't nothing goes. Go away, I see you with my 2 eyes, and I can't wait to run away. Go away right now. Go away, go away, go away right now. Go away right now. Go away, go away right now. Go away, street. Everything haunt me. Think about the time I turned around to see them cold eyes, them dry eyes saying, wanna take my life. I don't wanna go back, don't gonna keep going, don't turn around now. She go away. And don't you come near me. Ooh. Them gone eyes, that long lips and them dangling hair didn't scare me. I know it could be my imagination, but I'm not gonna take a chance. Gonna run, hide, get away. Only said I gotta go somewhere not inside of it. Hide under the tree, somewhere where I can see everything coming after me. Go.
Come on, you guys know this by now.
You got to go away. You got to go away. Now. Go away now. You got to go away. Hard days to go away. You gotta go away. Get away right now. You got to go away. Right now. You got to go away. 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 Go away. Oh, I don't wanna see you again. I'm gonna run if I do. Go away right now. Go away. Go away right now. Go away. Yes, I don't go away. Go away soon. Go away now. 'Cause I don't wanna see you again. Go away right now. Go away. Go away right now. But I won't let it happen. Late at night, when I gotta put my head down, I can hear every sound. And the creaking on the floor. Is that in an opening for my closet? Or is it my imagination again playing? Is my mind is playing tricks on me? Oh, I can see that face in my mind, and I know that ghost is real. He's right here, I can feel it. He's in the room, I can feel it. I feel it. Back of my neck, my hair standing up. Gotta get out, I gotta run. I gotta go, I gotta get out, gotta run. Get away, run. Gotta go away right now. Go away. Go away right now. Go away right now. Go away right now. Right now. Go away right now. You got to go, you got to go, got to go away. You got to go away. Go away right now. You got to go away. You go away right now.
Those are powerful moments at the end sometimes. You know, something crazy happens where you write a song like that. Oh, I've done it 117 times at least that we've dropped. There's more that we haven't dropped.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss.
I'm not sure what this is. It's on an album. We're picking out random stuff tonight. This is all stuff that's on iTunes. You can listen to this stuff at any time. Just go to iTunes and type in Mark Pires. All this stuff's available. 117
We can't
songs.
gain the truth. We can't get a simple truth. Everyone is lying and they're trying to gaslight you. So will you take the bait or will you just pass it by? I'm sick of all the hatred in the world. So I started this show and I'm gonna go every day till the world starts smiling again. So we gather here every night, all the days, and I hope we continue to build this family, 'cause we all need more love. That's all we got for you here. If you stop by, you're bound to feel some light, some love, some beautiful conversation too. You see, there's a ton of negative broadcasts everywhere, and you can find that if you throw a stone. But you'll never find what we're doing if you look forever on your own. 'Cause they're trying to shut me down before we have a chance to make a real difference. But I won't let it happen, no. You see, I just keep on thinking, if I write one more song, maybe that'll be the one for the world to start tuning in. But I understand now how foolish that sounds, 'cause 'cause I keep knocking out hit after hit and no one's showing up. So I guess I'll just keep doing what I do. I don't care what you try to do to take me down. It ain't gonna work, no. No, 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 it ain't gonna work. So take a note before you go tonight. Just understand when you believe, and you believe that nothing can stop the light you have within if you just keep driving. And they will try when they don't like what they see. And if it's against their agenda, you can be sure you'll get the fist in the face. Oh, but you just have to decide if it matters or not. You see, I've already made up my mind. I leave my message so they're here for all of time. I may not be here, but they will. But hopefully they'll get out to you. You'll open up your mind and say, what have I been wasting all my time on? All this negative, all this negative, all this negative. I'm just over it. Shine your light. Shine your light down on the world. We need it more than ever. We need it more than ever. Shine your light on down.
Oh man, that tune is pretty. Another live moment, pretty live moment. So every song that happens here happens live. This is one that came out just the other day. I think this is going to be the title of the album. I know it's not a very, I don't think it's a very impressive title, but the song is just freaking funk. Oof. You got some funk? Here we go.
You can't stop yourself from moving forward, but they want to hold you down. I put the thumb on you and say you can't do a thing, no. You can't go outside, no. You can't live your life, you can't work, no, unless you get yourself a bugaboo. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that, no. I ain't trusting you. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Makes sense in 2021, no. I'm only trusting what I see with my eyes, what I can understand. Yeah, looking at the data, the science, and I don't see what you're seeing. So I'm hanging back, yeah, I'm taking a breath, yeah. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no.
Let's go, fam.
Sense in 2021, no. Get back to me when you got something concrete that you could show me that I'm going to be fine in 5 to 10 years or beyond this point. I'm gonna stay away from you until then, yeah, yeah. Outside to eat a dinner no more, unless you got some mask on your face. Everything's a problem until you sit down in your space, and then it's fine. You take it off your face, you put it down, you do whatever you want. You can sneeze, you can cough, it's okay, cause it doesn't seem to affect anybody inside of this perimeter here. That's what we say, and people seem to go along with this crazy job. That makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. And nothing makes sense to me, no. No matter what I see, nothing makes sense to me, no. No, but 2021's for the birds, yeah. I don't understand the words that coming out of your mouth. Everything seems to be just a lie from Dr. Fauci. Oh, I don't need to hear another one from you. No, you can't get gone from me. I don't wanna see you no more. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Cause nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. We keep digging ourselves deeper and deeper down in the hole, yeah. They're keeping us downfall with the BS lies, yeah. I can't get enough of it, got to get on my way out of here. I'm going to a forest, I don't care. Anywhere's better than here. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. We're just living and I'm just beginning to see all the lies what they are. Oh, you just tuning with me. I'm going to tell you everything I see. I won't be here holding anything back, no. This is 1,013 days in a row. Oh, a flow, a happening every day. This is the moment. We have no script here, no. We just go hours on end. 'Cause nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense, no. Nothing. I say that nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no. Nothing makes sense in 2021, no.
So that will be on the album at the end of the month, guys. We got a new album coming out the end of each month. Right now, so good to see you, Greta. I want to say hi to everybody that's kicking it with us right now. Cheryl, Christine, Cog, my brother, Greta in the house, MJ, Paul, Red's kicking it, and I think my buddy Mark's here. I'm not sure. But I want to say hi to each and every one of you. I'm going to play this here for you. This right here is a song called I'll Be Here Forever. Just so you know, Greta, just so you know, I'll be here forever. This is day 1017 in a row. We do this every single night at 10 p.m. And we are into hour 2 here. This is 1 hour and 20 minutes into this show. We'll be here for another 40 minutes. And I'm going to play you a couple more tunes. I may grab that guitar still and write something for you today. But at the moment, I want to play this for you because it's just a reminder of why I show up every day when I listen to this song. Man, there's a hook to this one. I really, really love this. Check this out. Let me know what you think.
Down the rabbit hole, no matter where you go, you deviate off the course, cause you can't get closer to the source. Yeah, they're pushing you down further down the way. You say, is this real? It can't be, no way. And you start questioning everything you see. I'll be here forever. Game these days, get the to question everything. You see, it's a misinformation game. It's a war, World War III. It's coming for you and me. We can't get away from the negativity. It's part of the disease. Yeah, they call it a virus. The virus is the media. Yeah, and what you're listening to is digging in at you. People care about me. 2021, don't you see? No matter what you think you know nothing, yeah, 'cause they're holding everything in. Fake on the surface, yeah, I'm woke. Are you? I don't think you misspoke, yeah, you ain't nothing, yeah, you can't figure out a thing. I'll be here forever. Yeah, I'll be here forever. Question everything they see, question everything they hear. Just build the fear, yeah, mongering all the way. Big tech just suppressing everything they see. You know I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna send another bomb at you, yeah. You can try to keep me down, but the people will let it out. I'll be here forever. You can't stop the Renaissance Man show. No, I'm gonna show. Every night we're gonna blow your negativity out, though, yo. I'll be here forever. Yeah, I'll be here forever. They spin it round and round and round, keep us confused and going round, round and round. We can't see a thing, yeah, grabbing every direction, 'cause we're falling over dizzy from all the spinning they've been giving for our whole lives. We've been stuck in this perpetual course, and there's no stopping, no. But now we can see what's going on for the first time in forever, and they're getting scared. Yeah, they're shutting us down. But guess what? They can't keep us down forever, no. 'Cause I'll be here forever. Stop the course. It's meant to come to fruition, no. I'll be here, I'll be here, yeah, I'll be here forever. I'll be here forever.
Oh man, I love that tune right there. Throw that freaking pick, dude. Throw that freaking pick. Toss it. Let me do it. Another pick. Yes, here it is. Down with the pick. Down with the pick throw. You can have a pick throw. You cannot have a pick throw when you write a song like I'll Be Here Forever. That's a pick throw situation right there. So what we have to play next is another ridiculous song from the last album.
People ask me.
Guys, there is 117 songs currently on iTunes. All you have to do is type my name in, Mark Pires, and you will see them all. Just from 2021, 117 songs. We're releasing another 13 in 17 days. This right here is called You Can't Get Away From You. Remember, this is a line I've used twice in two songs. One of them is called I Need to Be Alone. I Need to Be Alone is a very important, phrase. We all need to spend time alone in order to uncover self. And when we go through tragedy or we go through a loss or a breakup, you need to spend that time alone before you can reconnect with self, before you go out and you can offer something to someone. So when I say I need to be alone, it means more than just the phrase, because at the end of the day, when you're alone, you find self. And at the end of the day, you can't get away from you. And that is something I said in that song. I can't get away. No, I can't get away from me. And that's what I realized, you know. I said it that way in that song. I can't get away. No, I can't get away from me. This way, what I say is you can't get away from you. Remember that. There's no way to get away from yourself.
Everything you do, it builds you up to this moment. It's up to you, can you live with it? You can't get away from you.
we just write another song? Yes! I love that when sometimes I'm like, did I just write another? Yeah, dude. Just wrote another bomb song. That thing was ridiculous. Can't get away from you. Greta, I'm so pumped you're here. I'm about to play you something ridiculous. Cog, thank you so much. It really means a lot to get some, to get some words of appreciation back for what we do here. I love playing music. I mean, it's something that I didn't understand until I was 18. I didn't buy my first guitar until I was 18. I only took 6 months of guitar lessons in my life. It wasn't to learn how to play the guitar. It was learn how to play the Fur-Elise, which you've heard me play before. But that was all. I sat in there. My father got me 6 guitar lessons. And this was after I'd already written about 8 songs. So I walked in there a bit of a chooch. I walked in there like a bit. I'm an Aries. So I go in there and I'm already like, okay, I know what I want, And the guy's like, what do you want to learn? And I was like, I want to learn how to play the Fur-Elise. He goes, what? And I said, yeah, I want to learn how to play the Fur-Elise in the guitar. I've never heard anybody play it before. And he goes, it's not designed for the guitar. There's like notes you can't create on the guitar. They're too low. He goes, I can create tablature so you could play. Because I said, I want to play with all 6 strings. I want to be. To me, it was the most beautiful song ever. Until we've started writing stuff here that I think is, eclipsed that. But I said, you know what? I want to be able to play that song on the guitar. I mean, at the time, I'd written 9 songs, I think. I think I'm somewhere around 500 or 600 songs at this point. We write so much here. I only released 117 so far this year, but we've written 300 or 400. I picked the best ones each month, the best 13 of the month. This is a inside look at the month of June when I just playing you June. Like each month has a different vibe to it. It's crazy. If you go back album to album and you start with improvisations and you keep going forward to Empire Strikes Back to Renaissance Man and we just keep moving forward, there's not a bad song. 117 songs is just because it's the moment happening. These songs, the lyrics, you're like, what the freak? How can you think of that all in this moment? But you're about to hear one that it's the first one that led us into this crazy thing where I'm basically rapping in all these songs now. And just to give you a little clarity on that, I was, before I was into music and playing guitar, the first 18 years of my life, I liked hip hop. My cousin was a hip hop promoter. Yeah. So he would come back with like all these albums. He'd be like, hey, check this guy I'm working with, And I'm like, okay, cool. And it's this great hip hop tune. So I'd be into it. And then I'd see him the next like family gathering. I'd be like, oh, how's that band? How's that group doing? They're amazing. I love that song. I've been listening to it nonstop. He's like, oh yeah, that one guy shot someone at a club. This guy, I'm like, what the freak? So he got out of that. And eventually I learned what real music was. One of my friends in high school was like, you got to start listening to Jethro Tull, The Dead. Now, if you guys have not seen the Grateful Dead story that I have on my playlist, you need to go look at it. It's in the comedy section. It's freaking hilarious. But at the end of the day is I never got a chance to see Jerry Garcia play because I had a chance once, but I thought that the Grateful Dead was the Grateful Dead. Like, really? When you hear the words Grateful Dead when you're a kid, like, I think it's a freaking hardcore band. And that's the fun. It's a funny comedy. You should go back and look at it. But the Fur-Elise, this is what I went to learn. Way out of tune. But it's funny how you think about something like the Fur Elise can lead to some ridiculous blues stuff, right? I mean, like... I need more volume. I can't hear it. I have a tuner here. So that is just a little backstory on how I went to take 6 months or 6 lessons to learn the Fur Elise and never learned a thing again from anybody else. I just basically sat at parties with my guitar and I would just write songs. I'd do the same thing we do here, but nothing was recorded at that time. Every time I played a show, I recorded it though. And at the end of the day, when you hear music, I mean, some people are self-taught. Some people just figure music out. Eric Clapton, I heard, was like that. He never took lessons either. And I said the same thing the other day. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to Juilliard. I didn't go to Berkeley. Unfortunately, I was a guy who figured it out at 18. And I just bought a guitar when I was going to college. But what we've created here is something. And we're on the cusp of, basically, beginning of next year, the first album of next year, I will have eclipsed the Beatles. More songs released than the Beatles, and I would have done it in basically a year, a little over a year. That's released. We have more already, but I don't release all the instrumentals and all the other stuff. I should. The instrumentals are some freaking cool stuff. Oh, totally. Cog, you're right. Everybody's got their own vibe, and they bring it to the table, which I think is what's the beauty of music. Like, that's why I shut myself off. People used to get mad at me about, like, my bandmates and stuff like that. Like, you got to listen to this artist. You got to listen to some. You need more influence. I'm like, no, I don't want to be influenced. I want to come up with my own ideas. I don't listen to any other music, guys. Nothing. Just what we write here. And then I have to edit it all to release for you. So I literally am listening to, digesting, letting the positivity of it absorb into me, of all this music. on a daily basis. I don't listen to other artists. I haven't done it in years anyway. Before I did this show, I was like listening to podcasts and stuff. I definitely wasn't listening to other artists. So I don't like to be influenced by another. I want it to all come out of the moment. And we do that here. So with that in mind, this right here is what I wanted to play for Greta. This is called Running on Empty. This is the first blues hip-hop tune.
Go ahead, live your best life.
This is my voice, my
Well, I guess I
strength.
didn't. Hold on a second.
When I was young, I prayed for lightning. My mother said it would come and find me. Yeah, I said, well, my eyes
Come on. I got it there. Oh, don't listen yet. Hold on. Here we go.
It's amazing thing, controlling everything. They're like, let's get them hooked down on their 5.6 stream. You're gonna wonder if they can feed you everything. You're wondering, can I ever get the truth? No, cause they've hidden it in front of you, and you keep looking down. There's a world going on around you, but you're so consumed with the lies. We're running on empty, running on empty, running on empty. We're running on empty. Everybody so sensitive, yeah, their skin so paper thin. No matter what is said, it affects them, and they can't get through their day unless they make a big scene. But God, looking at this lady, she's so mean. She's on the screen, she's, oh, let's just bow down and let's shut down the rest of the world now. Running on today. You know we're running all night long. Driving through the break of dawn. Yeah, party on. Got a crack at the top, get there. At the top, you said you got the wind blowing through your hair. You're almost there. Where you going? I don't know. I don't care. As long as I get somewhere before the sun rises. Before I had the feeling everybody screaming at me. Where you gonna be at 9 o'clock on the dot? Expected you there and you're not. Where you at? I don't care. I'm going home. 'Cause I'm running on empty. Yeah, I'm over. Hey, he's the game. We control the information. Keep them looking down at the screens. No matter what they do, just keep that information coming you. No matter how fake it might be, in fact, I'll make it as fake as possible so they cannot go home and take their eyes off it. No, we want them there day and night. Oh, do what you gotta do, don't stop. You can't go home neither. And we got you overtime, yeah. But you got to get them on mind control. Oh, we're almost there. Feeding a little longer, yeah, they're getting stronger. That connection to hate. Oh, gonna unleash them on each other soon. Then we do. Well, an hour later, you can come back could get you something, I'm gonna give it to you later. If better for me, I don't know, cause I'm gonna dig deep. Gonna find something, I'm gonna find something to take you down with. Running on them days, running on them days. You're running on them days. Running on them days. We're running on them days. Running on them days. Running on them days. We're running on them days. Classic game of misdirection. Yeah, it's the same thing you see when the magician's on the screen, pointing one way, yeah, you're doing in the other. Wondering why I can't see where the bunny, the rabbit went in that hop just to pop it out. Got me looking one way, doing something in the other. Holding out one hand, got the stuff in the other, and I don't know why I'm not going undercover, looking in the back end. Cause if you realize what's going on, they got an agenda that they be pushing on, and if you're looking on the surface, you're not gonna find a thing, cause they be hiding it down below. No matter if you put the search query in, you're not gonna find a thing, cause they've been hiding it under your nose, yeah. You gotta look with some crazy codex, you gotta find, yeah, you gotta find yourself some sort of translator to get the information over. I found it in Russian, that I found it, so I gotta find a translator. Oh, I'm gonna do it later. Running on them, running on them trees. Say you're running on them trees. Run, 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 run. It's a big game, yeah, they just hold us down like fish. Yeah, they put out their fishing rod and they put their worm on the end. Yeah, and everybody going to try to grab you with that hook and they pull you in. There's no getting away. Yeah, you got to go before it's too late. So truly wake up, and be aware of everything that's going on around you before it's over. And if you start just saying yes and getting in line, I worry for you, cause there's no time left for you. You can't be a yes man, you gotta question everything, and if you don't, I gotta question you. Got my Cadillac, take it right, no looking back. I'm gonna stop by the gas station, fill it up, and go another 500 miles. Then I'm gonna see where I'm at. When you're running on empty, you gotta get up and you gotta make a new memory, because it's gonna get stale right quick. Yeah, and you can pick your moment. You got to stick to it. You got to make the most of it. Yeah. And so you running on empty. You running on fill the tank. I got behind the wheel. I made my way as far as I go, as far as I can see. And I ain't looking back. No one looking back at me. I'm trying to run away. Yeah, but you can't run away from you. No. Yeah, you're running on there. Running on and you got no way to get it home before you got to get your mind back, your time back. You ain't getting nothing back, so you got to try to settle back in, settle back in. Running on them days, don't you run it, don't you? Running on them days, running on them days. When you run behind the car, you hope you're gonna go far before the hill drops you down to the bottom. You put it in neutral and you get a zip behind the wheel. You steer it down the way. Hope you get close to the next gas and that. Then you're gonna fill the tank and say thank you, my friend. Because it was scary, I didn't know if I would get here. It started getting night, I heard a werewolf in the towers in the forest. Didn't want to be alone out there. I pushed as hard as I can. Got here in the end, my friend. And every time we turn around, we see someone in the rear mirror, and we're wondering if it's coming getting clearer and closer. We want to take us down. We're on our way out of town. Don't stop me, I don't want you to hold me down. Run.
Man, that's another one. Ron, how are you? So glad to see you. Amber, Cheryl, Christine, Cog, my brother, Emergency Management Associates. Guys, if you have not, and you all should already be subscribed to and following Ron from EMA, he provides useful information. They're there to help. Okay? And at the end of the day, you need useful information when it comes to, when it comes to what's really going down in this world, seismic activity. You don't want me to get out Dr. Wayne Doppler and run a whole seismogram, tell you all about the tectonic plates. And when we talk about the fault lines specifically, that is when I get really detailed. And then you guys are like, oh, please tell us more, super genius. I like to do it sometimes, to do the super genius thing, And when I feel like doing a DOPS, I'm dropping it down. We got a 4.3. Got a 4.3. That was Joanne. She tooted. Yeah, she drops a 4.3. The whole freaking studio shakes. Ron, right? What are we doing with the 4.3 at the studio, right? I got Ron calling me. He's like, did she do it again? Yeah, she did. He was about to broadcast it on his program. We got another 4.3. Oh, nope, sorry. It was a false alarm. It was a Joanne situation. She's got gigantic carditis right now. She's getting close to Affleck carditis. We talked about this earlier. It's very bad, Ron. Very, very bad. If Joanne winds up with Affleck carditis, upgraded from gigantocarditis. Right now, she's at giant carditis. But when she goes to gigantocarditis, prior to Affleck carditis, wow, she's on a journey. You know what I mean? But look, at the end of the day, guys, give Ron a sub. And also, do me a favor, give Christine Seidman a sub. Christine Seidman is also a creator. Anybody else that's a creator, let me know, and I will let people know about what you do. We're a family that is supporting each other in a time when truth is not popular, or at least not to the agenda seekers. And in fact, we are impeding their work. What is their work, you ask me? To destroy the world that we love. That is the work that they are successfully completing day after day, and we complacently sit by and we watch it happen and we go, oh. But this is why my title today is what it is. Change will only occur when people finally say enough is enough. And it took me 2 hours and 1 minute to get to the topic of the night. But when is enough enough? When are we going to stand together as a world against the governments? Because I told you, I've been telling you for a while, World War III is not government against government, nation against nation. It's nations against their people. And it's already been going on, and we are already like so far behind because everyone believes that they're being, there's some sort of safety, health benefit here. That was the intention from the beginning. Get them to do it. They won't even realize what they're doing to themselves. But some of us do. Some of us are awake and we see what's really going on. And then it's disgusting when we see what's going on and we see how blatant it is. And then the cover-up that's going on, The same bullcrap that went on for 4 years when a man was in office trying to support and bring this country to greatness again. And all they did was rip him down. Day and night. For a 4-year cycle. Now you got a guy who's the worst president in the history of time. He falls asleep all day long. He's pooping in his pants. I've been telling you, guys, every face swap I did last year is freaking prophetic. Prophetic. Everything I said about the sleep sofas come true. Everything. Everything I did as Trumper and I talked about, are you freaking kidding me? Sleepy poopy pants? Look, he's got a double diaper. Yeah, I think he's got a triple diaper now at this point. Huggies, they're doing like a sponsorship. They gave him a call. Listen, we understand you've been going back to Babies R Us again. And we wanted to see, they said there's this, this limousine keeps rolling up, like at 8 o'clock every night. It's like an every night thing. Like they keep buying boxes and boxes, but every night they come back for more. And the guy slipped up. He said, we're Secret Service. We're here for the sleep sofa. So we just have one question for you, sir. Would you be open to, a sponsorship? We'll just send them to you by the crate. There'll be a day supply, a crate worth, And we could do that for you. All you have to do is a commercial every once in a while. Look, my Aunt Judy told me I should wear the Huggies and not the other ones. Whatever the friggin' other ones. I forget what they were called right now. But I'm going to wear the Huggies and take a poop in my double, triple diaper. They made a triple diaper for Sleep Sofa Joe. It's a new model. It's not just one play. It's 97 ply with an extra slip side, and it's got a Glad wrap on the outside so you can throw it away after you're done with it. It's just zippity-zoo. You're good to go. My Aunt Judy told me I should order extra. Now he's the friggin' brand sponsor. I like when people play with the hair on my legs. What are you freaking talking about? You voted for him. What are we talking about here? Check this out. I got one. Ron wants to see a little Dops. We had Dop on last night. Let's see. I had one here. I've got one here. Let's see if this works at all. I tried my best on all of these. Ready? Here we go. This is a little something. A little something here. That's the link if you guys like it. Check this out.
Rod, Terry, thank you so much for having me on this afternoon. Wayne Doppler, Doppler 5000. I'm the proud inventor and patent holder of the Doppler 5000, also the tallest man in history, Guinness, 8'9". And look, bottom line is this, the product is going to save the world. How? How's it going to save the world? I'll tell you that, Rod. Because I get the weather that much faster than the next guy. I'm 8'9", Rod. 8'9". So when it comes to earthquake information, I also can feel it seismically in my feet quicker than the rest because I'm 8'9". There's a tether system in there. So look, Doppler 5000, what I wanted to tell you is this. There's more coming. I could tell. The Doppler is basically an intuitive thing. Look, it's the Doppler 5000.
I can't see it strongly.
I'm sorry, what was that?
There's a potential.
No.
It's incredible.
No,
It really is incredible.
Well, sure, I could explain a little further. I'm happy to do that. So what happens with an earthquake is you have these tectonic shifts in the plates. And when see, we're switching up the view now. You can see that everything here is a red dot, and that's where the really bad stuff is going on. The red, stay away from the red area, okay? The other areas are smaller earthquakes that have taken place along that fault line. But that red one, that is like ground zero. You're gonna wanna stay away from ground zero and kind of go into the center. You see a little small one right here? This guy, you wanna kind of get in between, like maybe over here. If you get over here, you're fine. You're not going to have any issues with, you see, and now it's turned blue because it's a non-safe zone. They're telling people, clear out. This is like a water situation. Drowning in the water. You're back to red. That's what happens. It went back to red now because they're saying red, blue. You can't stay here. You're gonna die. So leave the ground zero area and right there. I'd love to make it blue again, but people, it's not. It's a warning situation that we're in right now. Wayne Doppler. Anyway, that's it for me today. It looks like they're going off to another screen. Up there we go. This is the Schumann residence. As you can see, the Schumann is kind of doing a little bit of a green thing there. So I'm not going to get too scientific on that today. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you for giving me the time to share basically what we're calling the Doppler 5000 resonance. And I'll be here sharing that information going forward. Look forward to being part of EMA whenever you need me to share that depth of knowledge that only we can give you at Doppler 5000.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Rod. Thank you so much. And have a great evening. Terry, thank you. You're the best. Rod, you're the best. EMA fam. See you next time. It's Doppler 5000.
I love the head shake at the end by Dops. Oh my goodness, the old Dops. When you're dealing with a Dops situation, you better go with it. You know what I mean? Like, what's the deal? You know, you're kind of there, figuring it out, so to speak. So I guess we're off the music and we're on to something else at the moment. I got a thought here. This is just a short clip. The 15-minute version is very much worth watching, guys. If you've not seen it, go back and watch it. It's very easy to find once you see this. This is a small portion of episode 1. This is called Waterworld 2027. This is one of my comedies that we came up with maybe, six months ago, guys? Probably somewhere around there. 5-6 months ago. And to meet me where the sun sets.
Get sick of this 5 foot back and forth. I can't do it anymore. I mean, I don't know how much longer before I just jump on in and hope for the best that I get eaten by some sort of sea creature. I'm pretty sure that is a noble way to go. I don't know how everybody else went. I think it's that
jab they took in the 20s. Hey guys, you gotta take it, but we don't know what it's gonna do to you in the long term. Who cares? Stick it in your arm. You're not gonna do your part for the betterment of everybody else. We don't know what's gonna happen in 6, 12, 18, 36. Who cares? You're gonna wait for that and put everybody else at risk? I don't understand it. You are obviously a selfish human being. You don't care about anybody but yourself and your health. And, I don't know. I think you may be, possibly, we should consider kicking you out of the country. That's what I think. You're not willing to take something that was just authorized on an emergency basis? What, are you kidding me? I don't understand you. Yeah, but what if you get this? What if you get that? Who cares? Right now, there's a 0.00009% chance that you're gonna die. You're not willing to put something in that's never been tested, never been in the human history of time? You won't do that? But guess what? I'm the only one alive. So who's the moron? Everybody else, I'm getting late in line. When people were dropping like flies, and I'm here, I've seen all these great commercials. Hey, what are you, a loser for not taking it? You obviously are the biggest loser in the history of time. You're a killer, because you won't get that thing that I told you is good. Why are you telling me it's good when people are dying? Well, it's coincidental. They're gonna die anyway. Has nothing to do with that thing. Really? Why am I on Waterworld all alone then? Then that makes no sense, I'm telling you. Whew. Look, you want to know the truth? I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm looking backwards. I got no friends. I got nobody here. I'm all by myself, Waterworld. But I didn't take that freaking thing, so it must have been that. I don't know. How else can you explain that I'm here, nobody else is here, and everybody else took that stupid thing? They're like, yeah, I'm getting right in line. What are you thinking? Destined to a life on this 10-foot plank. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. You're on Waterworld. Yeah, no, I'm still freaking here. That's right. No, you could go. Go ahead. When you come back tomorrow, I'll be doing this still. 16,942, 43, 4, 46.
To meet me where the sun sets. By the way, that song is called Sunset in Peru. It's a very cool tune. We released that in May. That was a May tune. So that was released on May 9th. May 9th, I was saying stuff like that. And where are we right now? Oh, I don't know. Everybody's out there. Everyone's going into the hospice. And they're like, I don't feel well. Oh, did you get the double bugaboo? You did get the double bugaboo. And you're freaking here? You're on the support system? Oh, but I thought when you got the double bugaboo, you're all good. I thought double bugaboo meant you're good to go. Isn't that what you said? Talk to Facce. Look, if you wear the 17 masks, you have to put them in the sequential order. You got to go N95 and then one of the triple doubles underneath. And then you do 7 of the ones that have charcoal on the inside. The last one's another N95. And still, nothing matters. It's still going to do 0 to protect you from a virus. But you should do it anyway. For Christmas. Freaking Weasel. Dr. Weasel. I told you guys, somebody needs to freaking caricature that thing for me. Throw the head on a weasel. PlayStation. Photoshop it. I'm doing it tonight. I'm freaking photoshopping it tonight.
Dr. Fauci with a stupid weasel head on, or his head on a weasel body, and then we're doing face swaps. I'm doing a new series of face swaps with Fauci the Weasel, where I get to ask him the questions that nobody's asking him. You know, it's funny. I heard him yesterday. Look, we need to just ensure people get the maskaroo, get the vaxaroo. Well, sir, what do you think about this, though? Aren't we already like 70% plus the people that already got it? Yeah, but we need to get every single person to do it. Even the kids, 5 to 12. Even the babies in the womb. Stick them into the womb. What are you freaking kidding me? This is like Goebbels over here. Are you kidding me? Dr. Goebbels, Fauci. And he's still out there, like on freaking news stations, and people are still looking at him for advice? Creeper? Ugh. He says the freaking lie above all lies. We need to get people vaccinated so they don't get it. You freaking a-hole. People are getting it. The breakthrough is not even like a little thing. Everyone is getting it. Your stupid, crappy vaxaroo bugaboo doesn't work. If it did, people wouldn't be getting it. That's what a bugaboo is supposed to do, by the way. I had someone say to me recently, yeah, but if people didn't get the polio bugaboo, then we wouldn't have been able to get rid of polio. Yeah, you're right. Get rid of is the thing that you freaking keep thinking and saying and you're not getting right. These people give you something that doesn't stop transmission and passing along and getting sick, going to the hospital, dying. They say it does. You're sick and dying. You don't sick or die. Oh, really? Go look at the freaking numbers. Look at England. Go look at England. I always say look at Israel, but go look at England. Look at what England's doing when it comes to how many people have passed that were double bugabooed. It's like 80% of the people. So don't tell me, first of all, that if somebody got it and then afterwards that their natural immunity isn't as strong as some freaking pharmaceutically made crap that was off of a one spike protein, when you have the full, illness that you went through and you have the antibodies from that. Come on. This is the biggest sham in history. How hard do you think they have them locked over a friggin' pole, this pharma industry, over the government? They're just literally giving it to them and us, essentially, in the same moment. We are following some bullcrap, non-science agenda. Like, I think whatever the science is, they go as far away from it as possible here. What the... You know what? There used to be that saying, with friends like you, who needs enemies? With science like this, who needs science? Just to say we don't even have science anymore. Because when you get data, you don't even look at it. I thought it was brilliant. I saw something that, and I don't watch other stuff, but it just happened to pop on like TikTok. It was a Joe Rogan clip. He's talking to Dr. Sanjay Gupta, and he's like, look, this new study came out that said if you... What was this thing that he said? Something about how, for kids, this is crazy. That if you're a kid, you are 3 to 6 times more likely to wind up with an injury than having to go to the hospital or getting really sick from CV. 3 to 6 times. And this guy Gupta, freaking BS communist a-hole, is sitting there trying to, he's trying to back up the vaxaroo instead of saying, you know what, that is interesting. We should look at that information and see if we should make an adjustment here, because 5 to 12-year-olds don't need to be getting giant carditis. And guess what's going to happen, guys? You're going to start seeing the first cases in history of something crazy. They came up with some weird prediction last year that there's going to be some polio type thing for kids in the next 6 to 12 months, but in young kids, 5 to 12. Interesting. They plan on doing this because it's going to cause a reaction that's very similar to polio. I said it here right now. Remember, I said it in 6 months when it becomes true. Keep your children away. This past year, since this all started, more kids were shot in Chicago by 115 than passed away in the entire nation from CV. Think about that for 1 second before you get in any freaking line. 214. Under 17, guys. I'm not talking about under 12. Under 17. 214 in the nation? Do we really go and throw a needle into everybody for 214 of an entire generation below 17? Something bigger is going on here, right? Depopulation. You think they want us here when AI becomes full force and they have all these bodies and no way to pay everybody in universal income? You think they want 7.7 billion people on universal? Come on. Maybe a bill. They'll work with a bill. And even that, they'll still try to peel away a couple $100 million. They want to be at 500 to 600. That's my feeling. Think about that, guys. That means 7 billion of us no longer here. How do you do that? Well, you force people to do something that you know isn't good because... Hey, now, here's the question I want to ask you guys. This is just a common sense question I need to know. And you tell me what the answer is on this. There is a thing they approved called Kumanada. I'll call it that, Kumanada. They approved the Kumanada, right? That one is not available anywhere. You can't get it anywhere. There's no supply, right? Just shake your head because that's the truth. There's no supply. So if you approved something that there's no supply of, what about the one that you're still giving the bugaboo of? Like, what's that one all about? Oh, you didn't hear? What they did is they gave a continued, or they extended the EU America, you know? And when they gave that executive, you know, they basically just emergency management associations, you know what I'm saying? But they did it. And you got this extension. So now basically what they're shooting into everybody is still not liable by any means. They can hurt you. Doesn't matter. There's no recourse. And that one's not approved. That one is still under emergency use. So if that's the case, how could you force anything on anybody? If that is something you're still not giving any informed consent on, we don't know what's in it. Nuremberg, like, what are we talking about here? Like, oh, it just scares me how stupid society to allow this to happen to us. Uh-oh. Did they cut me off the air? They're wanting to because what I'm talking about, 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds we just hit. That is a good sign. Those numbers are good. Those are my numbers. Those are the angel numbers. I see them everywhere. This is not popular. Well, it's not that it's not popular. This is very popular. This is what people need to hear. This is what people need to talk about. But people need to debate, to discuss. Now, there's a very good chance that these freaking NAZ eyes in the mofo. I can't even, like Zucker Chooch, I can't even say things. I don't know what I can say because people go through and they bot the freaking hell out of everything. But at the end of the day, when Adolf decides to cut off this show because they don't like the fact that I speak truth, even though I'm not saying anything, I'm just speaking roundabout about things. Still, there's no rhyme or reason to what they do. Just always remember that this show is on Rumble as well. I gave the link at the beginning of the show. Make sure you just go to rumble.com/Mark Pires Renaissance Man. And if forever you come here at the end of one day and you're like, oh, geez, I guess Mark's letting the streak die. No, I'm freaking not. I'm somewhere live. If it's not on Rumble and it's not on D Live, it's not on Twitch, I'm on a freaking mountaintop somewhere. Come find me. This show will never stop. And because of what we're talking about, it has to go. I don't get into this stuff very often, but you know, when I see something today, like they're going to force 5 to 12-year-olds in every state to take this thing, I'm not letting my children anywhere near this garbage. This is the biggest coup in history, and people are just allowing it to take place. Where is our backbone? I don't even have I don't have anything to protect myself with, okay? Like literally, like people need bullets and they need something to put that bullet in. I don't have those two things. I would never be able to pull on the hammer, whatever the hell you call it, the trigger, the hammer. I don't know. I don't have one. So I'm not set up very well for what's going to come, you know? And I doubt they're going to take a song. Hey, can I write you a song real quick about how you're breaking in, you know? But when you're, you know, I wouldn't call myself a pacifist. I could never take someone's life. I mean, I guess if it came down to, it's me or them or family or them or something like that, that's a different story. So I guess, I don't know, maybe I could, but I don't think I could. I think it'd be very hard. And I talked to someone recently. I said, do you think I should get one? And they said, well, it depends. I said, on what? And they said, if you're going to use it. And I said, yeah, well, I mean, I guess I'll use it. Randy, you just happened to tune in at the very end, and we caught the topic of the show. And again, everybody has their opinion on this. You know, I just happen to think that it's whenever I do happen to talk about this, unfortunately, it is negative. There is nothing positive about what's going on with our world. That's the reality. And you know what? I would say, Randy, this is 2 hours and 26 minutes in. Go watch the first 2 hours and 3 minutes. Or I didn't talk about anything negative at all. It was just a straight up live songwriting and positivity experience. We had comedy and live music the whole time. Just, you know, this is an unscripted show, dude. You know, I can't tell when someone brings something up in the chat and then it brings me into something and I decide to discuss it. But I hope that you'll do that. Go back and see the positivity that truly does exist here. But the reality is this is a very, very terrible time in history because of misinformation, because of people saying things that aren't true because they're trying to push an agenda through. And like I said, if the truth is that you could still get it, because it is true, then why are they out there saying that you should take this thing so you won't get it? It's a freaking lie. Don't lie to the people. Just give them the truth. We want you to get this thing so we can protect everybody. You know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, you may still get it. But they don't say that. Just yesterday, he comes out and he says, oh, well, you don't get it if you get the Vaxaroo. Like, what? That's just the lie of the century right there. The numbers don't say that at all. And so I'm scared for us because we can't get any truth from the people that are supposed to give us the truth. So anyway, besides that, I'm pushing up aside. That's the end of the conversation. I don't want to say any more about it because it's not a popular conversation. That's why we stay away from it here. And basically, it's interesting that the one time I get into it, Randy happens to be on and brings up the comment about that. Mac, how are you, my brother? Porcelain, how are you, my brother? The world is a dark place right now. Porcelain's right. You know what? And that's why I think we have to play stuff like this. This is what I intended to play for you guys before when I went to that rant. This is what we need to be listening to and realizing about this world.
Planning and preparing dinner used to be such a grind.
I don't know if this is the right one. We'll see.
Until you...
Meet me where the sun sets. I already watched that. I was trying to put on Funk the Division for us, but hold on now, man. Maybe I will play something different here for you. All right, this is a cool tune right here. This is called Funk the Division. At the end of the day, we're dealing with this world, and if you know the reality of the world, then you can just fight it. And you could try to bridge this gap that we're dealing with, all of us.
When this world can do better if we just raking in the dollars. Funk the division, funk the division. Just raking in the dollars, and you're there, you're eating it up. Say, I hope you just start to open up. Funk the division, funk the division. They're selling you. Funk the division, funk the division. They're selling you.
That's a cool tune right there. So, question is, we are 2 hours, 34 minutes in. You guys still kicking it? You want to still get into some more? I got some more for you. I mean, don't get fresh. I'm just saying. Miyagi! I got it and then I let him go! Joanne, where are my chopsticks? Freaking Joanne with the gigantocarditis. She's having a hard time breathing, guys. Gasping, really, for air. Look, sometimes she can't get a breath in, and then, Zabrowski needs his check or whatever, and then I'm kind of like disappointed in her. 5 p.m. tomorrow, guys. We have I gotta play this real quick. They limited this, so nobody's gonna really see this, but they never see anything anyway. This right here I dropped earlier today. It's called Hunter Biden is really Skeet Ulrich. I don't know if you saw this. but it's true, and I have the proof. You're about to see it all right here. That's the link if you want to give it a like and a share, because they put it on yellow. These freaking jerks. Check it out. Let's just use it as an example. You could have a son who gets in bed with Russia, gets in bed with China, literal crackhead, found, information, pictures, literal, that's not like you're like, oh, well, this is formulated and fabricated and this is Russia. That's what they pitched. And guess what? These idiots, sheep in this country are like, yeah, no, it's Russia. Yeah, it's all Russia. Didn't you look at the pictures of Cracky? You didn't see Skeet Ulrich with the freaking crack pipe in his mouth? Laying in bed with the sachet over his shoulder with glasses. Freaking Skeet Ulrich. I swear he was in Scream. That's not Hunter B. That is Skeet Ulrich, and he is pretending to be the son of the Poopy Pants. I can't see it, though. I think it's really Skeet. I just want to go up to him one day and be like, oh, Skeet, can I have your autograph? Can I buy one of your paintings, Skeet? No, it's Hunter. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop freaking lying. Everything with you guys. Everything with you guys is a lie, right? I mean, like, oh, yeah, no, my name is Hunter. Are you freaking kidding me? We all saw you in the movie with Nev Campbell. You were there, right? And then you did the thing. Billy Loomis. You were Billy Loomis. Look, I can't deal with a situation where Billy Loomis pretends to be Hunter. You can't walk around and pretend that you're the son of a guy who poops his pants in the triple diaper situation and you crack it out in hotel rooms. That I can't. You know what I mean? I'm just saying no to it. Right. Okay. No, okay. Yeah, you're Hunter. Why did you even come up with that name? It's such a bad name. Skeet, so much better. You should have stuck with Skeet. Like when you're going down the street and someone's like, Skeet, 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 so much better than, yo, what up, Hunter? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you got rid of Skeet. It was such a cool name. I'm just surprised at you sometimes, really. I'm like, I think about you like 3 hours a day. I mean, literally, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, man, why did Skeet get rid of his name and go with Hunter? It just makes no sense. You know what I mean? You were Billy Loomis. You're not going to take pride in that role and live in it, You're like, nah, I'm going to go with Hunter and just get in bed with some Russians and some chatter. You go to chatter? Are you freaking kidding me? You go to chatter? Are you kidding me? But Melania, where's Barrett? We're talking about chatter again. Chatter. Are you kidding me? You can't do that. Oh, man, Skeet. I just can't see it. I'm trying to look. There's an old saying by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. Well, guess what? I'm looking at it from all freaking angles and I just can't see why you would ever get rid of the name Skeet Ulrich to go with Hunter. You know what I mean? Hunter B. Like that, I don't, no. Especially being a crackhead. Skeet Ulrich sounds so much better. Skeet the crackhead Ulrich. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like he didn't think that one through when he went legally and changed his name from Skeet Ulrich to Hunter Biden. I don't know if I get in trouble for saying that name, but F it. Like, I can get put in a hole anymore. Guys, how's everybody doing out there? Oh my goodness, guys. We have a lot of silliness here, but tomorrow at 5 p.m. we have a premiere. Who's going to join me for the premiere? I'm going to give you the link right now so you can go and click the reminder. I'm going to be just dropping lots of future clips, so all you have to do is like, there's actually, looks like 2 of them. We have one tomorrow at... We have one tomorrow at 5 and one on Friday already set up at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. I think. Let me just check on this Friday one. Let me see what we got here. Let me just save this here. This is set up for 8 p.m. on Friday. I may want to set that for 9. I think I'm going to set that for 9, an hour and a half before we go live, because we don't need that much time in between going live, you know what I mean? So it's going to be Friday night. We'll have a 9 o'clock movie night, Eastern Standard. Tomorrow, though, if you could join me, 5 p.m., and I'll be getting something else out for you, some music. Got about 9. How many songs did we figure out? About 15, 16 songs on my phone I still have to edit. Ooh, we're going to do another one of those episodes of What's on Mark's Phone. That right here is the link for tomorrow's. Let me just put it on the screen so you can see it. Let's just use it as an example. This is tomorrow's live premiere. That will be at 5 p.m. Fam, who's going to join me for that? How we intro the Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. I'm very much excited for that. Who's that freaking crazy guy? Like, who's that nutter? What are we doing? Out of his freaking mind with that craziness. What are you doing? A Dystopia 2021 thing or something? Like, I don't even know what that is. You're there on the screen screaming at people? Like, is that what's going on there? Is that how you intro your show? Is you scream at people from Dystopia 2021? Like, what are we talking about? Right, guys? Right? They turned you off for 2 minutes here. Oh my goodness, Ron. I'm not surprised. You know, it's funny. I was watching earlier where it would say, like, I was looking at the numbers would go down to like 7, but I'm looking, there's like 14 people in the chat. And I'm like, that's really weird how like they really mess around with this show. Like, but I don't get it. And I don't really care anymore, to be honest, guys. Just let's hang out and have some fun. So going to listen to some techno. Oh, goodness. Good to see you, Bernard. Cog, yes. Maybe driving, so won't be able to chat. No worries, brother. I'll probably be driving too at 5. I'll be coming back from an appointment. Yeah, that's the thing is, when a lot of these premieres are going on, I'm actually in my car on my way to a real estate appointment. Or I'm like a client's following me to the next house, and I'm like, there's an 8-minute premiere. You know what I mean? Mac, they unsubscribed you? It's unbelievable that's happened. Like, I can't understand why they keep doing this to us, but they unsubscribe everybody from the show. Susan Donahue was unsubscribed 9 times from this show. How ridiculous is that? 9 freaking times. I'm going to play you one more thing. I'm going to play you one more song here, I think. Just to finish off the night. Or maybe a piece of comedy. You know, I'm gonna play this for you guys, okay? But the thing is, just remember, there's one edit in here I missed. Just deal with it, all right? I missed it. It's like my brother or something sent me a text, and so that's still in there. I usually catch these because I screen grab all this stuff. That's why I said to you guys, if you really like this show, screen grab stuff and share it. Because when you take my links and share it, they block them too, just like they block when I send stuff. So if you screen grab it and you're like, hey, I saw this 2-minute thing on the show, this show that we're watching every night, come and join us. You're going to get more play on that than I do on my videos. They have some sort of algorithm going for me. Which, again, I can't change that. I'm just going to keep dropping freaking fire, and hopefully eventually it scorches the earth.
If you're trying to lose belly fat, stop doing cardio. This sounds backward.
Mark Guyver! It's Mark Guyver! Guys, I need to figure out how to open up the safe. Problem is, I lost the key. I don't know the freaking passcode, right? And if you cut the wrong wire, the whole place explodes. Any suggestions? Call Mark Guyver. Oh, you want Mark Guyver to come out here and kind of take a paper clip and a piece of gum and open up the Fort Knox situation? I guess I'm called in. Hold on a minute. Getting a phone call here. This is Mark Guyver. Yeah, no, I can absolutely help you with that. Where are you? Nakatomi Plaza? I'll be there in a few minutes. Yeah, no, I just got to grab my gear, and I'll be there. What do you have going on? You have a John McClane situation going on? What's that? And a Hans Gruber situation? I don't know what that is exactly, but I'm grabbing my tools, and I'm on the way. Mark Guyver. Yeah, that's right. No, you leave off the last S for savings. That's right. Okay, be there in a few minutes. Mark Iver got the call. I gotta go defuse a bomb with nothing but my teeth. I'm gonna take my time though because I'm freaking Mark Iver. I'm gonna get down there and there's gonna be like 7 seconds left before it goes off. And I'm gonna go, done. How do you do it, Mark Iver? I'm freaking Mark Iver. That's why. Like, you question Mark Iver and my skills? You're talking about experience. You get to a point where you've done it all. Diffused all the bombs that there are, and then they give you a new one. They're like, okay, Mark Iver, let's see you do this with the blindfolded while you sleep, while you're eating porridge. All 3, I did them successfully. I guess it's safe to say if I wasn't successful with the diffusing of a Mark Iver bomb, I would not be sitting here with you. But I got the call. I'm going to have to get ready to go and see if I could defuse this one Nakatomi Plaza situation. Apparently they have a Hans Gruber / John McClane situation going on, and they need the Mark Iver to come and defuse the situation. It's what happens when you get the call and you're Mark Iver. You grab your friggin' tools and you go to work, right? So let me just make sure I grab my paperclip. You know, I'm going to need this. This is the only freaking tool I need, actually. Mark Iver. I'm going to take off now and go and save the world with a friggin' paperclip. And also I need a slice of gum. It looks like I'm out of gum. You know, I'll use this pick right here for a guitar player. I happen to have a pick in here for the last time there was a guitar player here at Mark Iver's. And I will now save the world. The pick. And this freaking paperclip. They're getting Mark Iver today. And when it's done, I want a positive review on Angie's List. You know, the last 4 or 5 I've done, I don't even get an Angie's List. You know, like, hold on a minute. I did the work. You got what you needed, right? I came by and diffused the friggin' bomb, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go and check out my rating on Angie's List. I'm still sitting there at a friggin' 4-star. How do I got a 4-star? And it's because you didn't take the time after you got your bomb diffused. Your life was saved. Smiling at home, ordering pizza. And I'm here waiting for not a 4. I don't want a 4-star. I want a 5-star review. Because I didn't let the bomb go off. I cut the right friggin' wire, right? Look, when Mark Iver is there with his tools, paperclip situation, and I'm ready to go, you got to be like getting out of the way, first of all. And then I want my positive review from Angie's List. And also, like, where's to go? You got to be like... There's the edit I missed. Getting out of the way, first of all. And then I want my positive review from Angie's List. And also, like, that's when you go on and you leave the other, like, Zegit. I don't know if you do Zegit. Whatever you can leave a review, I want them all. He's spending a couple of days leaving reviews for Mark Iver. Because this is like a word of mouth. You know, this is the way it goes. You got to get a word of mouth situation going. And if you do, then everybody's happy, and I can go and I can defuse a lot of bombs. If you don't have, like, the MacGyver situation going, where he's there and he's able to defuse, you're running into trouble. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, I don't know. This is weird. Maybe I'll just let this one go off. What are you kidding me? You just got to call MacGyver. Mark Iver. Sometimes I get Mark Dellett and I forget that I was Mark Iver, and I say MacGyver. They stole that from me, and they gave it to some, like, you know, like Nordic, you know, like, I want to say maybe like Belgian dude. Mark Iver. No. It was always Mark Iver, but you were Mark Dellett, and now you have the mark of the mark. I like that. Tom said the mark of the mark, whatever the hell that is. The bottom line is, guys, there's a reason I'm Mark Iver. I could diffuse the situation with a freaking paperclip. That is the best thing in the world when you can diffuse it with a paperclip. When you can diffuse it with a paperclip, that is the best thing in the world. I love Mark Guyver. Was that you, Christine, that came up with Mark Guyver? I think it was. I think Christine came up with Mark Guyver. Oh my goodness, that just makes me laugh. Guys, when you got a Mark Guyver situation, you know you're on to it. I got one more that was really quick. This is going to be one final bit. And this one right here was another edit I missed. Another edit I missed. This was a rough 2 days here where I did this, or same day. I mean, like, the thing is, people don't realize I've been doing a lot of hip-hop here in my songs, right? Like, I was doing it. And it's because I had a lot of practice as Mark Pac Shakur. And when I was there, you know, doing my Mark Pac thing, and my mama, when I saw my mama on the streets, she told me, your mama for me. And when we double up the vocals, we were doing Mark Pac, killing it. And of course, they stole that and Mark Della'd you. And you were like, Tupac. No, I'm sorry. California Love. You never saw when I'm doing the trumpet rapperoo? California Love Style? That was Mark Pac Shakur. I was, you know. And don't forget when I was the Marktorious B.I.G. That was another craziest time. When I was like Marktorious, they were like, yo, Marktorious, yo, Biggie Mark. I was like, what up? And I'm like, 5 o'clock in the a.m. Whatever, you know. But that's when you do it. You know, you do it. Mark Pac Shakur style. Marky Smalls? I mean, don't even mess around. When they were calling me Marky Smalls, I was like the Marktorious B.I.G. You can call me Marky Smalls. That's fine. That'll go. That'll work. You know, these are things, you know, when you get into it, you know, and you're like laying down the groundwork for the future. That's the stuff. You know what I mean? Mark and M. That was another one. Oh, 8 Mile. Yeah, I did that. Didn't you realize how my song was like, you know, the song was about, you better lose yourself in the moment, you know, like, I'm doing it. The same as we do here at Renaissance Man Show as when I'm me, but when I was Mark and M, and I'm like, I'm doing the, and then I was like singing in the background, I'm like, 8 Mile, I'm coming down the street, my mama hate me and punched me in the knee, you know, and that was the hit on the street that week. And then we go in there and I'm doing the little like competition, you know, and I got like Mekhi Phifer kicking it with me. I'm doing a Mekhi Phifer situation. That was really Mark Kai Pfeiffer, just so you know. We got a Mark Kai Pfeiffer situation. I'm there DJing. We got Rabbit. Mark and M. Who's first? Hold on. It's me. It's me. Mark and M. I didn't realize I played everybody in that movie. The Mark Side of the Moon. I like that, guys. We told the 3 Marketeers. Oh, darn Markelo and the 3 Marketeers. You guys are hilarious. Holy cow. We have to come up. We have to do shows with all of these. We have to do shows with all of these. Marktober is hilarious. Mark Loaf is hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Which was, you have to tell me when you get a chance, Anna, which explorer it was that you think I look like, because I'll pull them up and we'll get them on the screen. Mark Guyver. There it is. That was the end of the one that brought us to the Mark Guyver bit. So we have a lot of content here, guys. And the thing is, if I clipped out the stuff within the stuff, it would be like so much more. You know, like we dropped 20-minute, 30-minute clips. If I clipped all that stuff out into small bits, because there's so much stuff. It's not about one thing. This is the madness of my freaking mind just going and going. and we snake out there and just let something happen. And before you know it, we go from one thing to another. It's all some craziness. And we're like, okay, 25 minutes later. But if I decided to Miyagi it, dang it. There's a rogue, like a clone of Fly Lee. I'm thinking it could be the real Fly Lee. Maybe I just wasn't good enough to get the real Fly Lee. It was a clone that I got. And he's laughing the whole time. He thinks he got me. But I was trained by Bruce Lee. Fly Lee. He's freaking good. I can't catch him with chopsticks. Can't catch him with my slapperoo situation. I tried to do one of these, like a minion. I went like this, you know, when you see like the camera and you're squeezing the camera and you're like, I got it. Nope, still there. That didn't work. I'm thinking about getting like sticky stuff. You know, they have like the sticky paper and then flies just run. Look at this stupid paper over here. Let me see what that's about. They get stuck to it. They die. Maybe Fly Lee will be dumb enough to fly over to it. Be like, what's this sticky stuff? Get stuck to it. He's the size of a basketball. I don't know if you've seen him yet. He flies right by my face all the time, trying to kamikaze me. Joanne's doing nothing to help. She's back there freaking wheezing, right? You guys hear it? Joanne! It's 1:30 in the morning, Joanne. Don't you want to get home to your 2 more caribou that you received today? I heard there were giant caribou. I heard Jared brought you giant caribou. He was like, I got extra big ones for you today, Mark. I said, ship them on over. Joanne can't wait to get those extra $2. Some doll hair, couple bucks. I'm a good employer, you know? I mean, you take care of your people, right? Don't forget about her GoFundMe. That was earlier today. We had a clip. But tomorrow, guys, 5 p.m., there's another one about her giant carditis. When you get beyond myocarditis and you move to mega or giant carditis, you're into something, you know what I mean? And remember, eventually she gets to giganta carditis, and when that happens, all bets are off, you know, as far as what happens to the studio. I guess you would say the pressure that builds up, it's really, really, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. So I would say that, you know, you don't want to run into a situation where you have an exploding Joanne. That's not approved by OSHA. Yeah, you're going to have to check on that one with Sleepy Poo. He'll let you know, like, if you could do that or not. My feeling is no, you can't do anything that's free anymore. Like, just not allowed. Not free in this country. You're free to do what they want you to do. Your freedom is to do what someone else says. That is what you're free to do. You're free to not do anything else, but you're free to follow every single thing we say. Yeah. Stand in line. East or west side. Are we doing that? We're splitting them into sides. We got a freaking wall down the center. They stopped the construction of that wall. Oh, fam and friends, we've done it again. 3 hours. We're just about at 3 hours, so we got to make this quick because we want to get under 3 hours. But Cheryl, Christine, Cog, and anybody else that's out here, mostly Juniper, I'd imagine. I can't wait till we do this tomorrow. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away. You got to go away.